welcome back to my channel. My name is Kat, and today I am doing a very exciting video. So today I'm going to bring to your attention 5 booktubers who I really love, and they are pros at recommending dark books in all different genres. So I'm gonna do from the least subscribers to the most, and without further ado, let's get started. So first up, I want to talk about Sam from Super Blomper. Their channel is new to me. I found them, I want to say a few months ago, but out of everyone on BookTube, I want to say that they have the most similar reading taste to me, minus romance. I don't believe that they read romance, or not much, but their reading taste to me is absolute perfection. They read dark horror, thriller, manga, magical realism, and the 2 videos I would recommend to see if you like what they are reading is ranking every book I read in 2022 plus stats. That's an amazing video where just seeing it laid out, I was like, I've read that book, I've read that book, I've read that book, that's on my TBR, oh, I've read that one, that's on my TBR, and I was just like, man, they're my exact reading, like, what's it called, soulmate. So the other one is 22 best books of 2022, which those books are included in the previous one. So if you give the ranking video a watch, then I think that it might really let you get a feel for their taste as well as their humor. So they're very witty, very snappy, and have a dark sense of humor, which I absolutely love. So that's my first recommendation, Sam from Super Blomper. All right, and they currently have 219 subscribers as I'm filming this, but they need like way more, so definitely go and subscribe. All right, next I want to talk about Samantha. So it's another Samantha at Expert Book Smuggler. And she is another recent one that I found, and I'm so glad I did, because she reads a lot of horror, thriller, romance, and NetGalley arcs, and those are things that I really like. So I tend to read dark fiction, and then romance sprinkled in, usually dark romance, but romance. And I've started reading NetGalley arcs again, which, yeah, so I really like arcs because it lets you see like what's upcoming. So because she reads arcs, she's also telling me what's upcoming before publication, and you have time to get excited. So for her videos that I would recommend, Best Books of 2022, which covered horror, thriller, and romance. And then she also has wrap-ups, monthly romance and NetGalley wrap-ups. And some of her recent videos included like wintry reads that had a snowy setting and horror, as well as if you like this, try this, classics in BookTube. I just really like her enthusiasm for the books she reads. I know that she recently read one, A God in the Shed, or The God in a Shed, and it got me really interested in that book. So if you're looking for a very enthusiastic booktuber who reads dark stuff, then I highly recommend Samantha at Expert Book Smuggler. All right, next up I want to talk about Coral from Pretty in Paper Cuts. So I've been subscribed to her for quite a while. I think she should have like a million more subscribers than she does. She's sitting at 1.84K, and this is a complete travesty. I think she is so funny. She has very dry sense of humor. She also has amazing hair. It's always like a neon color. And she does like upcoming most anticipated releases, which is one of the places where I learn about releases, monthly wrap-ups and hauls and TBRs, as well as she reviews horror book boxes and also does readathons. So I personally don't do book boxes or readathons anymore. I find them very stressful, the readathons, and I don't buy book boxes. But if that is into you, if that is into you. If you are into that, then definitely check her out. She also reads vintage horror, which is something that usually I don't read just because I usually can't stand the male gaze in those ones. But if you are also into vintage horror, Coral is one to check out for sure. That's Coral at Pretty in Paper Cuts. All of these are linked down below, the names, the channels, and so on. Okay, my penultimate recommendation is Erin from @ErinMegan. She reviews horror, magical realism, and manga. And she is very prolific and has a lot of beautiful like video ideas. So she does TBRs and fortnightly wrap-ups. She does hauls, anticipated releases. This is another channel that I get release ideas from, and I keep an ongoing list. And then she also has recently done like this, if you like this, try this. But she is just a very prolific uploader, and all of her content is different, like it's not repetitive. And I also like, she says that she's a reader for vibes, not for like high literary criticism. And I really appreciate that, because sometimes I just want to know, am I going to have a good time reading this horror book? Or is it trying to say so much that I'm going to be bogged down and not enjoy myself? So if you're looking for just a, oh, and she also has like usually a very like huge smile, sunny personality, and she's very excited to tell you about all the books. So she's kind of like a feel-good watch about dark books. So if that interests you, that's Erin at @ErinMegan. And she currently has 5.77K. All right. And last up is like one of my favorites. This is Rachel at The Shades of Orange. And she has 21,000 subscribers. So yeah, out of the whole list, obviously she's quite a jump up, but I just have to talk about her because she is just such a solid dark booktuber. So she said like this year she doesn't want to focus on being pigeonholed into horror. She wants to more focus on just the category of dark, which is what I myself like to classify myself as. I read dark literature, and bonus if it's translated or has queer elements in it. So within the dark umbrella, Rachel reads like fantasy, sci-fi, horror, mystery thriller, basically anything that would have dark elements, which is what I also do. If it's dark, if it's a little weird, I'm so there. And Rachel is just so great and consistent, and she's very well spoken, and also, what's it called? Snappy. Like her videos have no extra meat on them. They are so informative, and just the way she talks about books makes you want to read like everything that she talks about, honestly. And she also gave me the idea to do end of the year favorites for the current year and also for backlist titles. It just makes so much sense to split them. And she has a lot of amazing ideas and videos and books on her channel. She reads so widely, from like obscure books that you probably haven't ever heard before to some more recent popular like releases. She reads basically dark anything, everything that you could ever want to know about. And then also recently I was watching one of her videos and she shouted me out, which was absolutely just like so amazing, which is not why I'm talking about her in this video. I watch her all the time, but I am a huge fangirl of hers. And yes, so I wanted to bring her to your attention as well. So that is Rachel at The Shades of Orange Booktube. Again, all the links are down below. I highly recommend all of these booktubers. I watch their content, I get recommendations from them, I get like just so much great bookish content from all of them. So if you like dark books like I do, you should absolutely 100% subscribe to all 5 of these booktubers. You will not regret it. Also down below, let me know which booktubers you watch for dark book recommendations. Not ones that you've heard of, ones that you actually watch all the time. Please let me know. I'm always looking out for more booktubers with dark reading tastes. Yeah, so please let me know down below, and I will chat to you in another video soon. Lots of love. Bye!